With that. All right. Well, welcome to the first. Are we filming? Good. All right. Yeah. We'll start. We'll start the actual official version now. Welcome. And this is the first Australian New Zealand Students for Liberty Regional Conference. Thank you all so much for coming. I did want to start off by saying what we're hoping to accomplish here and introducing our exec, because they really made this all work. Most of my job was telling them to do things and not really doing anything myself, and they did it. They did it really well. In fact, they actually did stuff that I didn't tell them to do that I should have told them to do. And that's the only reason that it actually came together as well as it did. So, could the executive just stand up? Karen's already standing. I'll thank them all more profusely at the end if I get reelected, and if not, I'll be bitter and I won't want to thank anyone. But right now, these are the people who go to you questions, and thank you guys. Give them an applause just for putting this all together.
Yeah!
So I know a lot of you, familiar faces, I've seen at the ALS conference as well, and one of the things we didn't want to do with this is duplicate it. We didn't want to have the exact same format. We didn't want to have just great speakers coming. We have great speakers, but we didn't want it to be just that. So our goal with this conference was to have a few keynote speakers, a few big names, but then also give students a chance to present in front of other students. That it can be really intimidating to try and give a presentation in front of the ALS conference, and hopefully people who are speaking here today in the next few days, the students you see, will become the next generation of libertarian speakers and thinkers in Australia, and they will be able to give you great presentations at ALS as well. So we've also got a couple of good workshops and fun events that you guys will enjoy. So if you guys look at the schedule, I'll run you through a couple of the important things to keep in mind throughout this. Now we have coffee, and we're going to have a couple coffee breaks, tea breaks. I'd ask that you don't get up and grab it during the speakers themselves. If you want to go in between speakers, that's fine, but there are some set-aside times, so you can hold off on the caffeine fixes for just a little bit. We'll have intervals where you can go get that easily. The lunch is going to be wherever you want to go. I encourage you all to stick together. Try and find people you don't know, and go get lunch with them and introduce yourselves. And when you come back from that, we're going to have something called speed debating, which is a lot of fun, and I'm not going to force anyone to participate, but I'm going to strongly encourage you all to participate. It is a lot of fun, and Rachel will talk a little bit more about that once we get back to lunch. Now, incentives matter, as we all know, and we're going to have some incentives to get you back on time from lunch and to get you here on time tomorrow morning. To that end, we're going to have a raffle. We're going to have a raffle right after lunch. We're going to have a raffle tomorrow morning, and we're going to have a raffle tomorrow after lunch. And the catch is, if you are not here when we draw your raffle ticket, you don't win. We shred your raffle. So the prize is an IPA membership and a copy of Why Liberty. And it's a pretty decent prize. If you're already an IPA member, I guess you just get the book and a high five. But I encourage you still, please be here on time so you can win your raffle. The dinner tonight and the drinks are being provided by the generosity of the Civic Group. It's a little bit of a hike. It's about a 15-minute walk, so we're all going to walk together afterwards. I'll remind you again once we're done here. We're not going to try and go big and hard at their boardroom. So we're going to have a few drinks there, have a few pizzas there, and then if we want to go really party, we'll head out somewhere else where we can trash it. So yeah, please be nice in their boardroom tonight. Tomorrow morning, be here on time if you can. We don't have the wiggle room programmed in that we did today. It's actually an interesting speaker, not me talking, it's Julie Novak, so you'll want to be here on time for that. And tomorrow evening we've got a special drinks event with Tim Wilson. And if you were at the Welcome Drinks last night, it's in the same location. If you weren't at the Welcome Drinks last night, it's at a place called Beer Deluxe, which is basically down the street that way, and then turn left to go to Federation Square, and it's in that complex. But again, we'll be walking over more or less together, so you'll be able to find us. I think that's all the business I have. We've got the raffle, we've got the conference goals, and yeah, so this is our first time. And one of the things I really like from you guys is feedback, honest feedback. If it's terrible, blame me and tell me. If it's really good, give credit to the executive and tell them. And if you have things that just like little things we can improve, like don't talk so much at the beginning of the conference, that's fine. Like, we'd love to hear it. You can write it anonymously on pieces of paper and just hand it to one of us. And we'll be sending out an online survey afterwards, and I really appreciate it if you could all fill it out. But I'll remind you again tomorrow. So I think I've actually talked enough. I'd like to get the real speakers up. So whoever is introducing Professor Potts, please come up and do your introduction. And welcome again. Enjoy.